Welcome back to another episode of Sketchbook Warrior. I'm your friend, Corey Smith. And today what we're going to cover is the front of the male torso. It's complicated, but we're going to try to keep it simple and basic for now. We will cover some things, mostly focusing on anatomy, because that's really important. And I know you're kind of hungry maybe for some shading. But we're going to handle that later. We're not going to worry about that right now. It's going to do the basic form and the basic anatomy and get you to try to learn different things like the traps and pecs and all that stuff. All right. So one thing I want to make sure of is that a tip I want to give you, that when you're actually doing your art, I want you to do it twice. Okay? Just a little experiment. I want you to sit down and draw a picture, and you'll draw it twice. The first time you draw it, I want you to actually frown. Put a frown on your face like, this is so frustrating. Oh, I don't like doing it. It's ugly. Whatever. Just frown. Best way you can. Then I want you to do a second one, and this time I want you to smile. Just a nice, happy smile. All you're doing is just let the smile just go on your face. Smile, be happy. And then once you're done, I want you to go ahead and just take the two, put them next to each other, and review and see which one worked better. Make sure to label them so you know which one is which. And I think you'll see a difference in how you produce your art and what it looks like in the end result when you actually are all tense and frustrated versus a smile. Because the main thing we want to do when we're doing when we're doing our sketchbook drawings, we want to have fun. Relax, have some fun, and just be cool. Hey, you're not alone in this. I'm with you, and you with me. Right? So we're together. It's time to get down to some business. All right? And like always, warriors! Let's get. All right, so we're checking this out. We're starting off with our wire frame there. That you're getting that V shape going on. And then we get into our second stage here, where we're going to put a little more detail, a little more meat on the bones. You can see where I make sure we accentuate the chest area and the rib cage, getting that nice shape going, kind of like a tube popping out. That's going to be the abdominal area. And then we're going to go into our next stage where we have putting more of the detail into the muscles to see where it's actually starting to take shape here. You actually look like an actual human being instead of a bunch of shapes. And it's something you gotta play with. You gotta practice until you actually get it down where it starts to, every time you do this, hitting the mark and it's looking like an actual human being. Okay, and now then we're gonna move on down into putting this together, but I'm gonna start pointing out the actual different muscle groups. So, see here in the details, there's a lot of muscles you need to learn. Just keep practicing, keep playing with it, keep learning them. First one up there is going to be that trapezius, the traps, which connect between the shoulders and the back of the neck there. Next one is going to be your deltoids, your shoulder muscles. There's actually 3 different muscles there that we'll learn that later. Then we have the pectorals, or the pecs, the chest muscles. Or we'll do one on the arms later. For now, I'm just going to put them in there so you can see how it kind of comes together. And we have those back muscles, those lats, the wings, the latissimus dorsi. And we have your serratus muscles and your abs. Those serratus muscles connect between the abs, going back into the lats. They help along with the obliques to turn the body.
The obliques are those muscles on the bottom side of the body there, on your connecting between your lats and your hips. Now let's do a 3/4 view one here, right quick, and get a different angle. Some things to keep note of, like the lats here. The lats actually connect to the back of the shoulder and down to the lower back. There's an implied connection there. You can see between where the neckline kind of ends at the shoulder blades, at the clavicles, and then they connect down into the pecs. It's not pronounced and they don't exactly connect, but they get close. It's part of that form, the kind of the fluidity, the flow of the body. You learn that over time. But you see that you just look at study bodies' anatomies, it becomes more prominent, gives it a little more real feel to it. And as I mentioned before, the traps connect between the shoulders and the back of the neck. So there's, those traps and those lats actually are on the back of the body. You just kind of protrude out and they show like better. The serratus actually wraps around the rib cage back to the lats. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. It's kind of hard to pull off at first. Once you learn it, it's okay. Too much of that gets a little annoying. The obliques actually wrap around the body from the abs to the spine, so they actually help keep you stabilized and stand upright. And here we see like another example of just the rib cage itself, this shape that you can start with. It helps out a lot. Once you learn this shape, it helps with the placement of things and just getting familiar with the human body. Think of it kind of like a toy. That's one big chunk of the toy that you get to play with and put things together and connect things together. Here I got like where you kind of see, this actually looks kind of like a evil robot Mickey Mouse. But really I'm just using this to illustrate where on the front of the body, the chest actually looks kind of like a plate, and the lats on the back like a plate. Like they just slapped on one side and the other one on the other side. Mainly those are used to control, like, the help with the movement of the arms, give you more strength of push them forward and backwards, up and down, all that good stuff. You see that chest plate? It's kind of like, once you get to a point, you can see how that when you start raising the arms up, the chest actually extend out and the rib cage kind of recedes back around. It just kind of sits on top of it. It's kind of a weird thing. We'll explore more later in detail in some other episodes. But for now, just keep that in mind. Okay, but now gonna move on to another page, and then you start to see the side view of the body, and this is where you kind of start to see some more. I'll situate more of the curvature here because it's part of the beauty of the human form that you get these curves down, and you start to really get a feel for the movement of the body, how it can move, where it joins together, where that spine moves. You see like the abs extend from the rib cage to the groin. Those try to keep you upright or bend down. You do this in muscle different ways. The curvature of the back, man, it's really something. Once you get used to that and hit it right, it makes a big difference. The obliques again wrap around from the front to the back, all the way from the front the abs all the way to the back, to the spine. The curvature of the top is part of that rib cage area, and the muscles sit on top of the rib cage. So once you get that down, it's pretty cool. You see this here is going to be a 3/4 view with the vanishing point used for depth and more realism. You almost see that a lot. And man, if you read comic books, you see that a lot. Sometimes they give you a bird's eye view or a straight on view or worm's view, and that vanishing point is used with all of that. It really can make a difference between making your figure look like standing tall and strong, or looking up at things and you looking down at it. It makes a big difference. Here's an example of what it looks like when you have your classic traditional superhero torso. You can see where in the middle there at the top of the abdominals, there's a space between the pecs and the abs with very little detail, and that's implying the rib cage area. This is a tactic that we use a lot, and I noticed it now. I'm like, that's not something I really agree with, looking at actually human body, but hey. Another tactic they use is they put a big belt that will sit above, like around top of the waistline. Just sit higher, and I guess I don't know why they did that way. Most professionals, but you actually look at the human body. That's not where you put on some pants. That's not where you set your belt. As guys know, we don't set our belt up that high on our bodies, and it'll be really huge. So I don't know if there's something that they want to deal with the waistline or something. I don't know why that happens. In this example, you can see where proportion control is very important. I mean, you really can't, like I said, you can't break the rules until you know the rules. This is very evil and devilish if you do it wrong. If you know how to do the proportion control and make it work for you, great. But initially starting out, don't do it. Just wait till you're ready for it. Overall, never forget to believe in yourself. Be your biggest fan.
All right. Now, did you enjoy that? Was that good? Did you learn something? I hope you did. Now, also, if you did, great. If you didn't, well, I have more videos coming out. You'll learn something. We're going to learn something from each other because I want you to share what you know with me. And also, don't forget to make comments, judge what you see. It's all part of the process, all right? And don't take things too harshly. Just take everything as constructive, like I am. And also, don't forget that you want to see more of these videos, hit the notification bell so when I do upload more, you get notified. And you can send me email at sketchbookwarrior@gmail.com. And also, you can find me on the website, customsmittyart.com. And I think that covers everything. Oh, don't forget to like. I need those likes. All right. Oh, and also subscribe. I got my children whispering in my ear. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, then it covers just about everything. So till next time, thanks for watching and enjoy.
Here we go, it's on the line.